Hey, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to another Fallout 4 mod review. Today we are in for a special treat as we have a little pack of lore-friendly shotguns, and that's going to be the Mothman Winchester M2 shotgun pack by Scale. Now, not too long ago we did feature a weapon pack by Scale before, and that was going to add in the Rangemaster rifle as well as a lever action shotgun. And now Scale has given us some M2 pump action shotguns that have a similar style to the weapons found in that old Rangemaster pack. Now, the two pump action shotguns added via this pack are very similar but function very differently. I'll go ahead and explain. The two shotguns that are added are the M2 shotgun, which is a standard pump action tube fed shotgun. And then you also get the M2BM shotgun, which is going to be pretty much the same rifle as the M2 shotgun, except instead of being fed via a tube, you are fed with a magazine, and it is mounted to the side of the weapon, which is very unique and very interesting and very Fallout. By which I mean Fallout 4 loves its side-fed magazines, and it's really Fallout to just take a weapon that you know how it functions and just kind of spin it and flip it on its head and make it function differently. And this thing is really cool, and I quite like the animations that are included. When it comes to obtaining these weapons, they will be found in the level list, so you will find them out in the world on Gunners and Raiders, as well as on Vendors. These cannot be crafted, so you will have to go out and hunt them down off of various enemies. Once obtained though, these weapons do have a handful of customization options and make for some really interesting new shotgun additions. Let's go ahead and check out the stats in-game so we can see what exactly you're getting when you download this mod. So here we have the short M2 shotgun. This is going to be the base variation of the weapon with no attachments. This thing comes with a stock damage of 70, it shoots shotgun shells, has a fire rate of 4 as it is pump action, a range of 107, an accuracy of 71, a weight of 14.4 pounds, and a value of 74 caps. Now this is just the standard variation of the M2, your old-fashioned pump action shotgun that you know and love. Let's check out that M2BM. And here's the M2BM. You'll notice that it has a starting damage lower than the M2 with 65, still shooting shotgun shells, a fire rate of 5, a range of 107, an accuracy of 71, a weight of 11.1 pounds, making this thing lighter, and a value of 68 caps. Now while this does look the same, if we tilt it to the side, you'll see there's a magazine there. This thing is mag-fed, which is very interesting. There definitely are mag-fed pump-action shotguns out in the world, but I've never seen one fed from the side, so this thing is super cool and unique for me. Now let's go ahead and check out the custom animations as to be expected with a pump-action mod, since that doesn't exist in vanilla. This thing does come with fully custom reloads and equipping animations. So let's go ahead and start with equipping. Whenever you put it away, you actually turn on the safety, which is a nice little touch, and whenever you equip it, you do pump it and get it ready for action. Let's go ahead and check out the reload. Now you'll notice that we fired 4 shots and only reloaded 2 times. That's because I believe the character is loading in 2 shells at a time. If we test that with something like the long tube, which gives us 8 total shots, you'll notice that they reload 4 times, which I think kind of backs up this theory. There you have it, giving this a pretty fast reload despite being a pump action. Pretty cool. Now let's check out the M2BM, which is going to have a similar pump action but a different reload. This one definitely trades off the speed for damage with a slightly decreased damage, but a faster fire rate and faster reload. And now let's check out the attachments available for these weapons. Starting with the M2 shotgun, we have our standard allotment of receivers with the standard light and heavy frames, the tuned receiver, calibrated receiver, hardened receiver, calibrated powerful receiver, and advanced receiver, giving you a maximum damage of 122 without perks. For barrels, we have the medium barrel, the medium shielded barrel, the short barrel, the short shielded barrel, the long, and the long shielded barrel. For stocks, we have the short stock, the full stock, and the recoil compensating stock, which as you can see has a mechanism in here. And if we go ahead and equip that, there's actually an option later on to hide said mechanism. For magazines, we have the standard magazine, the medium magazine, and the large magazine, all of which referring to the tube in the pump action shotgun. For sights, we have our standard iron sights, and then 2 variations of the reflex sight, both of which will have different reticles, the circle and the dot. For muzzles, we have the option for no muzzle, a compensator, and a muzzle brake. And then we have the option for paints. Here we can see that we have an Arctic paint, which will cover the whole thing in white, but we can also change the color of the wood underneath. So here's the Arctic white paint with oak wood, Arctic white with redwood, Arctic white with rosewood, and Arctic white with walnut. We also have the same option for olive green paint. So we have olive green with oak, olive green with redwood, olive green with rosewood, and olive green with walnut. And then finally, just the standard wood variations with standard oak, standard redwood, standard rosewood, and standard walnut. Now, it would seem that we do not have that option for the stock, so I believe that may only be a feature of the M2BM. Let's go ahead and test that theory. Moving on to the M2BM, we have a pretty similar set of options. We have the same set of receivers, standard through advanced. The advanced receiver on this one giving you a total damage of 113. We have the same set of barrels with medium, short, and long, each of which have a shielded version. The same stocks with the short, full, and recoil compensating. Go ahead and equip that recoil compensating to test my theory. The magazine, we have our standard, medium, quick eject, and medium quick eject, which will change the size of the magazine on the side there. There we have the recoil stock cover that I was talking about. So we have the option for without recoil stock cover and with the recoil stock cover, which will give us a nice little black pad on the side. And then finally, we have all the same paint options that we had on the original M2 pump action. Alright, and then finally for the damage test today, we're going to be running 4 tests. One with each weapon with its standard set of attachments, so we have no damage modifiers, and then again with fully advanced receivers to test out the different damage variations. And each of these will be going head to head, since the M2BM shotgun has a slightly lower damage than the M2. I want to see if that makes a difference on a bigger target like a Deathclaw. So we'll be starting with the M2BM with the lower damage. Let's see how it performs. As you can see, even with the lower damage, it does pretty decent damage against the Deathclaw. And there we go, putting down the Deathclaw in about 8 shots. Let's see how we do with the M2. With slightly higher damage, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference here. But maybe it will. So we actually did put down that Deathclaw in 1 less shot. The first one went down in 8, and this one went down in 7. Pretty interesting. Let's see how that applies to higher damage variations. Here's the M2BM with a fully equipped advanced receiver. He puts down that Deathclaw in 4 shots. Let's see how we do with the M2. Again, 4 shots, though it was definitely doing more damage there. It almost got it in 3. Pretty interesting. So the damage variations between the two kind of only really applies to the lower end, but maybe it makes a difference on bigger enemies, like something like a Mirelurk Queen. Either way, this is a really cool lore-friendly shotgun pack. I really like the design of these things, and if Bethesda had ever decided to put a pump-action shotgun into Fallout 4, I have a feeling it would look something like this. Very cool models, wonderful reload animations, and definitely a unique twist on what a pump action can look like. I definitely really like this one, and I endorse this one myself, and I highly encourage you to check this one out if you haven't already. If you want to try it for yourself, it will be linked down in the description below, along with an Xbox link if there is one available. With that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to drop a rating, subscribe if you haven't already for more videos just like this, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace! And really quick, I'd like to make a shout out to all of our patrons. Your donations are greatly appreciated and really help to support the channel and videos just like this one. So again, thank you.